CanadaSoccerStore.com is the official home for the widest range of Canada Soccer licensed product, match jerseys, and fan wear.
Today has all of the makings to be a very special day in Canadian soccer. For one final time in the Canadian red and white, we say thank you and a farewell to Desiree Scott's international career today. Cap number 188. It's a friendly match against Haiti, the first of two in a row, before this series shifts to Montreal for Tuesday's match. For Desiree Scott, just one of 3 Canadian women to win 3 Olympic medals, including that epic Canadian gold, a part of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. My name is Matt Cullen, and alongside Canadian Youth International, Jessica Lisi, it has all the makings to be a great day, as I mentioned off the top. Princess Audio Stadium in Winnipeg, Manitoba. No coincidence that this is Desiree Scott's hometown.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. But I think this is going to be such an exciting matchup, just the fact that she gets a send-off game. She's done so much for this program. I know growing up she was somebody that I absolutely looked up to. She was a part of that core. It was the Diana Mathesons, it was the Christine Sinclairs, it was the Desi Scotts that you looked up to you want to be them. So I think this is just really great to see her getting her moment and a goodbye that she deserves.
She wears the captain's armband today. No surprise on that either. As we kick off under hazy skies in Winnipeg, Manitoba, 29 degrees Celsius at kickoff. And as Andy mentioned in our pre-match show, a special air quality statement in effect today due to the devastating wildfires happening in the northern part of the province, in Saskatchewan and northern Ontario as well. We certainly are thinking with all of those who are affected and displaced. Today's match is also available in French. En français, Amikal La Viole is available in your settings. The Canadian women face Haiti for the first time in an official match since 2012. Canada 3-0 all-time against the Haitian squad, which does have quite a bit of speed. We're seeing here from Rosaline Elosin. Big player to watch for Haiti today will be the star for the Olympic Lyonnais in France. That's Marchi Dumornay, the CONCACAF Women's Player of the Year last year. Kaina Cesar Petrus is the keeper today, just 19 years old for the Grenadier. So obviously, Jess, a lot of the focus, and rightly so, will be on Desiree Scott for today's match, but it's also an important one for the Canadian women as they continue to face different types of opponents in their quest for success, not just in the upcoming W Gold Cups, but also looking ahead in the cycle to the World Cup in 2027.
I think today they're going to be tested in a different way. You know, Haiti is a side that is very physical, they're athletic, they tend to play a little bit more direct, but they're very good in transitional moments. So I think that requires Canada to be able to dominate when they are on the ball and be able to manage those transitional moments. Just play with the ball, be able to be consistent in their passing and keep it. So I think that will be huge for them today against this specific kind of opponent that likes to apply that high pressure, as you're seeing very front-footed mentality from this Haitian side.
Haiti was one of the pleasant surprises at the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2023 in Australia and New Zealand. Held the powerful England side to just a 1-0 affair. It was a 1-0 win for England on that day. Only gave up 4 goals in 3 matches. But then also failed to qualify for the W Gold Cup the following year. So it's been a bit of a puzzler when it comes to this Haitian side. Canada comes back, and there's a touch for Desiree Scott, who also wore the captain's armband in the epic day, the Olympic gold medal day, after Christine Sinclair's 85th minute substitution. Desiree Scott took over the captain's armband, played 120 minutes that day in the grueling Tokyo heat in Japan. Of course, Canada went on to win against Sweden in penalty kicks on that day.
That's a great detail. That's a great detail, Matt.
We could talk about
Love to revisit
Desiree's
that.
epic career And we sure will throughout this afternoon. Yasmin Alidou in the middle of the pitch. Moves forward Adriana Leon, who's already scored 3 goals in her new home, playing with the San Diego Wave in the NWSL alongside Caitlin Sheridan. An excellent side this year and second in the table, just 4 points back of the KC Current. Natalie Henderson is on the touchline today for the Canadian side in place of Casey Stoney, who is not available due to personal reasons. Henderson was the under-17 England women's national coach for a few years. Ball playing in the middle, great chance to open for Canada. Leon turned back and Jessie Fleming rockets one over top of the crossbar. And in the 4th and 5th minutes, the best chance here so far.
Yeah, this is another look at what Gabby Carl can do. She gets the width, she's able to dribble forward, use her pace, and find Leon. She places her with a nice pass, and Leon's able to get that ball to Jessie Fleming, who's just not able to get her body quite over the ball to keep that down. But it was a great build-up play.
And there's a look at the Haitian manager, the French-born Malou Quignet, 28 years old. This is his 2nd year with the Haitian women's national team. He's the youngest in the country's history to manage a national team on both the men's or women's side. Haiti has not had a manager stay more than 2 years with the women's national team since 2017, so an awful lot of 22 playing for Utah in the NWSL. Ball turned back, but a foul was given by the Mexican head referee Priscilla Perez, the 33-year-old.
This is just an example of the physicality you know you're going to get. They're not giving Leon any time or space when she is on the ball. 2 players automatically right on top of her back there. A little slap to the face there. That didn't feel too nice for sure.
Leon certainly felt that. Zadorsky plays forward. Gabrielle Carl. All played back into the middle and intercepted by Elsie Dumornay. Caitlin Sheridan back in the nets for the 3rd time this calendar year for the Canadian side. Sheridan has not conceded a goal wearing the Canadian kit since the Summer Olympics Paris 2024 in a match against France. She has been excellent, over 500 minutes without conceding. Just as you know, you're going to win a lot of matches when your keeper keeps the ball out like that.
You definitely will win a lot of matches. It's great that she's been able to step up for this side. I think that from the moment she stepped in, she's been doing awesome things.
There's Sonis, ball right across the heart of the penalty area, and Adriana Leon smashes it in. In the 7th minute, Canada off and running in the Desiree Scott send-off.
Who else? Who else other than Adriana Leon? That's somebody that we've seen get on the board for Canada time and time again. This was a great delivery across, and for her to be able to finish that like the pro that she is. Another look at it. Sonis does so great, looks up, finds a perfectly weighted ball. She does so well to bring that down, Leon, and then she just strikes, makes no mistake, strikes right through that. There's no stopping that.
Clinical on the finish, and Adriana Leon has now scored 43 goals for country. That's the 3rd most all-time, behind the legendary Christine Sinclair and Charmaine Hooper. And that's the start that these fans in Winnipeg and the Canadians wanted in this special match honoring the great career of Desiree Scott.
It's also great to see them get on the board so quick when this is a team that has struggled to get on the board in the past, even though they've had so much great build-up. You know, Coach Stoney has mentioned time and time again throughout this year that she wants to play that attacking style of football. She wants to get out of that roboticness of, you know, having to make that certain movement at this time. She just wants them to have that freedom, so it's great to see them get on there.
Another opportunity for the Canadians. Leon this time opted for the pass, and it was intercepted by the Haitian back line. That had trouble for Haiti written all over it. And you're right, picking up on your point there, the Canadians were frustrated by a stingy Argentine side in the Canadians' last match on April the 8th. A tighter pitch at Starlight Stadium just outside of Victoria. It was a 1-0 defeat put an end to Canada's 23-match unbeaten run.
And it's rarely for a lack of build-up. That's the thing. They do well to build, but it's that final pass and that final cross or shot that doesn't come off.
Here's Leon, lots of room. This time the left boot, and it's in the back of the net again. An early brace for Adriana Leon, and it's 2-0 Canada.
Once again, showing her quality and her ability in and around that 18. You want the ball to land at Adriana Leon's feet if you're getting a shot off. She just does so well with it. Here it is again, Sonis on the ball, once again, dribbling, taking people. She finds Leon, who's really just chilling in space. She gets that ball, looks up, realizes, I'm gonna try it. Strikes that so well with her left foot. Perfectly placed ball, perfectly struck. Just a great goal.
Well, it's Canada's first trip to Winnipeg on the women's side since 2017, almost 8 years ago. And 2 goals within 10 minutes. It's certainly a nice way to welcome the fans back. All sorts of time and space, both goals for Adriana Leon. And collecting now goals 43 and 44 for Les Rouges. Goes off as Jordan Heitema was pressing. This ball is over the touchline. Will go for a Canada throw-in. It was the first time that Canada had been held goalless in the Casey Stoney era going back to that April match. And here's an attempted goal. That one not far off the mark. It's Alidou.
Alidou is another player that has really stepped up. She does well here to get that ball, looks up in quick release, just wasn't able to get that quite on frame, but she is somebody that has showed us in the past, in this year alone, that she is able to strike from distance, and she will hit the back of the net.
Turned 30 years old at the end of April. She's now started 7 of the last 8 matches for Canada that she's appeared in. First time that Zadorsky has to do a bit of defending today, and does that well as Jennifer Limage and Bathsheba Louis were both bearing down.
I think that's one thing, too, that's going to be a test for them. You know this Haitian side has pace. Are they going to be able to deal with it between Zadorsky and Gilles? I would say neither of them are necessarily the most pacey players. Very smart and very aware of where they have to be positioning-wise, but that's going to be something that's going to challenge them today for sure.
And this is the dangerous Dumornay. The double team comes quickly from the Canadian for Desiree Scott. Desi the Destroyer, as she's affectionately known, particularly in these parts. Went to the University of Manitoba before her pro career began. Takes the ball away from the 21-year-old Dumornay. Right back towards the penalty area. That's Judy wearing the number 9. And the ball once again sent away by the Canadians. Katina Louis plays down this near side. Louis is unable to reel the ball back in. So as I was saying, Canada held goalless the last time out, first time in the Casey Stoney era. Made sure it didn't happen twice in a row. Oh, slow pass back and fortunate to arrive. Alidou, new member of the Portland Thorns in the NWSL. Her pass, though, in behind Janine Sonis, and the head referee appealing for the medical staff, as that's Deborah Bien-Aimé, who's down on the pitch. It is a warm day in Winnipeg, and that's unfortunate with all of the fire catastrophe that's happening, but playing in heat will certainly be an issue here for today, and especially with the special air quality statement in effect.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to play a factor. I think that also, you know, goes into your game plan and how you're going to play. You don't want to be sending long ball after long ball. You want to be able to let the ball do the work. And I think that, you know, as great as it is that Canada's been able to get on the board so quick, I think this is a matter of seeing them be able to control the ball and do the little things right in possession. When you're playing a team like this Haiti side, we saw Leon, both of her goals, wonderful goals, but she is wide open on both of them. So that's not something you're necessarily going to get when you're playing a much tougher opponent. So I think this is where Canada has to focus on their own objectives and their own growth and figuring out, how to dominate on the ball and control the possession and do all the things that we know they can do while still being able to put that ball in the back of the net.
Canada playing in a 4-3-3 today, which is a bit of a different look. Ball played wide, and it's taken by Amandine Pierre-Louis. Up and over the top. Monet sends in, although the offside flags do come up. And Kaylin Sheridan will quickly take the ball back. Louis also part of the threat. And that's what Haiti will bring. You mentioned it earlier, Jess, but it's that element of surprise.
It's not easy to deal with a dynamic forward, someone that has pace. And again, those transitional moments, they're a team of opportunity. They are going to take what you give them, and their pace can hurt you.
I'd love to create chaos. It's when they're at their best, when it's a chaotic style of play. Can catch a team disorganized. Sonis has looked great early on, and another good dribble forward. Ball once again back into the middle, just like the Adriana Leon first goal. This time it's sent away. As Haiti forced to do some more defending. Finally played back to Zadorsky. So goals in the 7th and 9th minute for the Canadians, and both assisted by Janine Sonis.
It's great to see, too. I think that Sonis is a player that we're so used to seeing her get balls in the box, and I think recently she hasn't been as consistent for this national team. So it's great to see her find her form, find her footing, and once again contribute to the attack and be able to put those great balls in. We know she's a player that can also score herself, so maybe there's one of those in store for us today. But yeah, it's great to see her step up again and lead in that final third for this team.
Bianca St. George does well to win the ball back, and Sonis again, a cross into the middle, looking for Aladou, and Aladou had a good crack at it. Instead it's countered by Haiti, and maybe a chance to move quickly in transition. Louis plays back to Edosin, and Edosin moves back to Desmornay. Desmornay will shift this ball out wide. Pierre-Louis plays down to Shirley Judy. Scored in a 2-1 win over Chile. It's the last time the Haitian national team played a series of friendly in South America. Canada does well, though, to put a stop to that.
Here's another look at just again what you're going to get here. The little shirt pull, the physicality. This Haitian side is not going to go down without a fight.
Let's go, get it moving now.
Haiti, 1 win, a draw, and a loss in this calendar year. Also had a draw in Casablanca against Morocco back in late February. A side that's ranked 53rd in the world according to the FIFA standings, FIFA rankings. Another ball played wide, and guess who? Sonis again, all sorts of time and space into the penalty area. Left boot this time, and it's right on for a save from Kaina Cesar-Petras. You mentioned Janine Sonis hasn't scored.
Yeah, she does well here to find her space, looks up and tries it. She did have players in the box. There was quite a few numbers crashing as well if she had wanted to get that across, but I think she had so much time and space. Why not try that shot? Again, she's a player that's super capable of hitting the back of the net. That just didn't come off her foot, I don't think, as well as she would have liked.
Katina Louis, the defender for Montpellier, is needing some treatment. Going back to Janine, hasn't scored for the national team since before the devastating knee injury. It took her out of the Women's World Cup in 2023. Last goal 2022 in match against Morocco on October the 4th. But by the way she's going, Looks like she might have a chance or two.
I think we're going to see one today. We're going to call it now, Matt. 18 minutes in.
Okay, 17 straight for Janine without a Canada goal. Jess is calling it. I suppose I'm in the mix too.
Yeah, you're just leaving me hanging there? That's crazy,
I'm there. I'm right there. Claire Constant plays back to the keeper, Petrus. And Haiti once again trying to open up some areas on the wide flanks. Maybe looking for Judy, although that's sent away. And Pierre-Louis on that far side is in a few different moments here to attack. Plays for Saint-Etienne in the French top flight. And here's Leon. Gives the ball up and taken back by Haiti towards the penalty area. Dumornay with a chance towards goal, and Canada fortunate that they're not picking the ball out of the back of their net, as Bathsheba Louis had a real chance to direct this past Sheridan.
You mentioned it. They like to play in the chaoticness and the hecticness. That's where they thrive. They were able to turn that ball.
Alidou, another ball sent out wide, and it's Sonis. Ball into the middle this time, looking for Jordan Haitema. Scored a brace earlier on this year against Chinese Taipei. That was a big 7-0 win back at the Pinatar Cup, and Sonis looking for not one, not two, but her third.
This is great recognition by her to be able to play that early cross in. Just too much momentum for Haitema coming forward. She wasn't able to get her body over the ball and redirect that towards frame. But it is a great run for her to be able to crash that box. That's what you want from your nines. You want them crashing the box and creating opportunities.
Haitema wasn't available for Canada in the last window in April. But back in the national team, and this is Gabrielle Carl. Ball played forward. It's into the penalty area, and Alidou frustrated as the flags come up from the assistant referees signaling offside in the 22nd minute.
Again, Gabby Carl doing what Gabby Carl does best, which is going forward, taking players on. She finds that little slip ball through. Alidou just slightly offside, wasn't able to keep herself onside there, but Alidou is another player that I think is a big bright spot for this team, specifically this year. We're seeing her in that 10 role. She's very good at breaking lines. She likes to breaking lines. She likes.
Dumornay with a chance towards goal, and Canada fortunate that they're not picking the ball out of the back of their net, as Bathsheba Louis had a real chance to direct this past Sheridan.
You mentioned it. They like to play in the chaoticness and the hecticness. That's where they thrive. They were able to turn that ball, Adriana Leon turning that ball over because of the pressure that Haiti was applying, and they're able to get a shot off just a little too easy. Too much time and space for them to be able to get that ball across the 18. Canada needs to do a better job at really solidifying that possession and securing the ball.
Alidou, another ball sent out wide, and it's Sonis. Ball into the middle this time, looking for Jordan Haitema. Scored a brace earlier on this year against Chinese Taipei. That was a big 7-0 win back at the Pinatar Cup, and Sonis looking for not one, not two, but her third.
This is great recognition by her to be able to play that early cross in. Just too much momentum for Haitema coming forward. She wasn't able to both. They did so well with this. Leon being able, again, showing her quality and her ability to strike that ball, bringing it down. And then another opportunity here. Sonis goes, finds Leon, who's wide open, who does so well to strike that with her left foot and place that top corner.
Well, back-to-back braces for Adriana Leon. Had one with the San Diego Wave against the Courage last weekend. And they're now doing it on the international side. 2 quick goals, 2 minutes apart. Haiti, though, has settled in over the last 15 or 20 minutes and did have that one very good opportunity with Louis right in the penalty area.
Yeah, I think they are settling in, but I also just think that Canada needs to do a bit of a better job in really securing the ball. A lot of Haiti's opportunities have come off of those transitional moments where it's a poor pass or a poor touch, and their high pressure is causing Canada to sort of cough up the ball. So I'd love to see them just be able to secure it, play the simple pass, but move the ball quick, because at times when there is a high press coming your way, that's the way to break it down. Do the quick passes, break down the press, and go out the other way.
Desiree Scott mentioned she has 200 friends and family all wearing her jersey in the match today.
I mentioned this in the pregame show, Matt. I don't know 200 people. Do you know 200 people? That just shows you the kind of person that Desiree Scott is.
I have to open up the contact list, I guess, but
you'd be inviting randoms, don't lie, to hit that 200 mark.
That is an impressive number, that's for sure. And then, of course, the logistics to get everybody in place. Since she hasn't been able to see everybody, of course, but there'll be a time and place for that. Did have a couple of trips for ice cream, though, on the hot Winnipeg temperatures. Louis has the ball taken off for boots by Vanessa Gilles. Once again, Sonis quickly on the ball. Gilles will play wide. And Gabrielle Carl, who's played almost every minute in the club season for the Washington Spirit, in 4th place out of 14 this year. They're playing quality minutes on a very good side, and that is good news for the Canadian team as well. She's another player that's really put her name on the list in terms of a good spot. As that ball is up and over from Bianca St. George.
Aladou doing a great job at being able to come off the front and get that, spray it wide. St. George is not quite being able to get that across the way she would have liked, but I think that her positioning was great. She was wide, but it has to be better. The delivery has to come off. We spoke about it a bit in the pregame show with Amy, but I think that this is, you know, a big moment for her where it's sort of do or die. You're getting that opportunity to start. You have to prove that that is your spot. Some physicality here from her on the back. She is a player that loves to be physical. She will not back down. We know she's capable of getting up the pitch and creating opportunities, but it's just a matter of doing that on a consistent basis and, again, proving that you deserve to be here and you deserve to be getting that starting role.
14th cap for country today, which has spanned over parts of the last 5 seasons for Bianca St. George, and originally wasn't part of the selection. It wasn't until Ashley Lawrence was taken off the team sheet due to personal reasons that Bianca St. George not only was offered a spot, but now a starting role. So certainly a big match for number 27 today for Les Rouges. Half an hour now behind us. Hazy conditions in Winnipeg. 29 degrees Celsius at kickoff. As I mentioned, expected to soar to 34 degrees tomorrow before hopefully a bit of relief next week. St. George back on the ball again and giving back to Sheridan. Zanorski moves forward, but turned back by Amandine Pierre-Louis. The legs, and that almost worked. Taken back by Haiti, but not for long.
Desiree Scott once again putting her body on the line and breaking up that play.
I mean, she did it for 14 years. What's one more day?
What's one more day?
Foul is given, much to the chagrin of the Canadians, likely Gabrielle Carl.
Not too sure there's too much in that. She did get a little caught up there. Bit of a soft foul.
So Canada will have to defend the upcoming free kick.
We spoke about the importance of the corner kicks and the set pieces when Canada has them and when they've won them, but this is also a big moment for Haiti. Set pieces have that ability to make or break games and, you know, get them on the board, and 2-1 isn't a very fun lead to have, so they have to get this out.
And it is the two-time French champion, Melchi Dumornay, who plays in the middle, but this ball is harmlessly wide and off target for another goal kick. Sheridan asked to come back and do this again. And Zadorsky plays forward. Carl, already in an advanced position, plays to Haidema. Desiree Scott. We'll hear the cheers every time she touches the ball today, without a doubt. Taken back, though, by Haiti. Edouard Sam plays to Dumornay. Dumornay with pace, driving towards goal. Dumornay interrupted slightly as she tried to come in and eventually just runs out of room. That was a dangerous moment for Haiti's biggest star.
Gabby Carl getting a little lucky there too with the two-handed shove from behind. But once again, their opportunities are coming off those transitional moments where Canada's not taking good care of the ball. You see that ball come into Fleming. She takes a bit of a poor touch, just doesn't go her way. And that high pressure, they're able to constantly regain and go right down Canada's throat.
Well, take another look at that.
Bit lucky there. There's that shove. But you see her, she keeps going. She's somebody that is going to continue to go at you time and time again. A very dangerous player that's not afraid to go 1v1, not afraid to strike the ball.
Just outside the penalty area, could have easily been a Haiti free kick from a very dangerous area. Sonis again. Ball is crossed in towards the back post. And off a deflection or two, Petrus is 7 shots, 3 on target, 62% in terms of possession for the Canadians. As the medical team back on the pitch. And of course, 2 early goals, that helps, but one of the objectives for this Canadian team, as we talked about earlier, was trying to beat and break down different opponents. And certainly it's one thing to be opportunistic when perhaps Canada doesn't have possession in its favor, but in a match like this where they're expected to drive and dominate possession, it's about being clinical.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that that's where we're seeing moments of it. We're seeing great build-up play, great combination. Sonis has been putting balls in the box. They're obviously up 2 goals. Leon doing awesome things when she's in and around that 18, but I think that right now they still have to focus on being able to secure that ball. As I had mentioned, they're just moments where the simple pass is being given away and coughed up to a Haitian side who's very front-footed and very aggressive and wants to run straight down your throat in those transitional moments. So they just have to be aware of that, secure the ball, and be able to control the dynamic and the rhythm of this game.
Good to see that Shirley Judy's able to pop back up. Still feeling the effects of that tackle from Zadorsky. We do get the thumbs up from the medical staff, so some good news. As these 2 teams will play again on Tuesday in La Belle Provence. Head to Stade Saputo. As Canada currently enjoying a 3-match homestand. 2 in a row against Haiti, and then Costa Rica will be in Toronto at the end of June. And then a pivotal matchup coming up against the United States in Washington, D.C. in early July. The Casey Stoney's first test against a top 10 ranked opponent. So certainly we'll have lots to break down over the next couple of months. Well, right now, Canada defending. Desiree Scott comes in, does a nice job on the first attempt. Comes back into the middle for Louis, and Shiva Louis has also looked like a dangerous threat today. Sends that one well over top of the bar.
It's just another example. They're opportunistic. They're going to take the opportunities you give them. She's able to win that ball back from Scott and right away tries it from the top of the 18, not afraid to do it. A very brave mentality from this Haitian side when it comes to attacking in and around that 18-yard box.
Canada brings the ball back up the pitch again with Zadorsky. Carl, it's a couple of nice moves to get away from Judy, who's back on the pitch after the stinging injury. Fleming back in. That's an excellent ball forward. Leon again will try and get back to the middle, although Judy backtracks. And Haiti's number 9 does a nice job defensively there. This turns into a Canadian throw.
It's a great little combination play from Carl to Fleming through to Leon. It just gets caught up in her feet. But I think a lot of this is starting from...
Ball into the middle and sent dangerously across the face of goal. As Leon looking for the first half hat trick.
Another look at it here. Striking from distance. We've seen her put 2 really great goals into the back of the net, so we do know that she's on today. And when Adriana Leon is on, there's usually more than 2 in her back pocket, so we'll see what comes out of it. But I was just going to mention before, Matt, I think that a lot of this is starting with Gabby Carl getting forward in that fullback role and allowing Leon to have that option of flank play and have the overloads be available for this Canadian team.
Alidou, who scored in 5 of her last 8 appearances for Canada. This is St. George, and a ball is up and over the top. Flag did come up anyway to negate that opportunity.
St. George also getting involved in the attack. This is a great little chip ball through from Fleming, showing her ability and her to recognize the line, and also not able to get her body over the ball. Gets under that.
Has scored once already in the NWSL for Utah. Pierre-Louis has the ball taken away, and it's Scott sending Adriana Leon forward. Goes between the legs. What a play that is. Leon towards goal, and it's off of the side netting. Well, that would have had a highlight reel written all over it.
We're seeing a very confident Adriana Leon. She's able to get that meg off, and she tries to strike it from there. I think there's a much better option. She could have got that across. There's a lot of numbers in the box. You see a bit of frustration from Sonis and Haitema, who are in the box wanting that opportunity. Just a bit of a weird angle for her to strike from.
On point today. Big attacking threat, and why not give it right back to her? Forcing Amandine Pierre-Louis to try back in position. Ball sent in the penalty area as Haitema goes down in a collision there with Deborah Bien-Aimé, and Haiti will bring the ball up the near side of the pitch, but once again Louis goes down. How good are you at lip reading here, Jess?
Not that great. I'm not, not going to repeat. You any good, Matt?
My guess would have been, a little help from the truck here, is you're not open.
Again, you're seeing the frustration. Everyone's wanting a piece of the action to get the ball in the box. We're seeing Leon confident and trying it from different angles, but sometimes the shot is not on and your teammates are in a much better position. So just a matter of balancing that, trying it when it's on, keeping that confidence and that bravery, but also being aware of the runs in the box.
Well, one thing we've learned from Adriana Leon, if she has an opening, she is going to take it.
Which you love to see. You love to see that from your forwards. You want that confidence, but again, you got to pick your moments.
The ball that's sent high and well over the crossbar. As Haiti continues to look for something positive here in the last couple of minutes before the end of the first half. Taken back by Judy. Dumornay. Seems to be a little bit of everywhere on the pitch for Melchi Dumornay. Plays back to Diana Pierre-Louis. Laid down, and Haiti looks for an opportunity in the penalty area. Louis Saint has had a half step of room, but the ball delivered in behind.
It's a great thing to have fullbacks that like to go forward. As I mentioned, that's something that is huge, especially when you want to play that attacking style of football. But one thing you also have to be aware of is on the other end, if you do give that ball up in those transitional moments. You saw that all started because Gabby Carl got a little caught up getting forward. Leon was not able to connect the pass, and now that whole flank is wide open. And again, that Haitian side is somebody that's going to try to capitalize on it. So they just have to be aware of that and the defensive responsibility when choosing to get forward.
Ménage, the defender, looking for Dumornay, and Canada as well, as we move into the 45th minute. Gilles will give it back to Kaylin Sheridan. Scott dragged down, and that will be a free kick to Canada, as once again Dumornay involved.
The physicality keeps on showing itself. A team that's going to fight. I think a 2-0 lead is the worst lead to have. You start to get a little confident, and then one transitional play and they're back in the game. So Canada just needs to be aware here and continue to fight regardless of the lead.
Jordan Heidema had a step for a second, but Claire Constant, good job, did a fine job backtracking there. Fourth official today is the Montreal native, Isabelle Duclos, sitting at 4 minutes of added time. A hot day at Princess Auto Stadium. This match has had its chippy moments, and Haiti will attack again down this flank. Ball back up and into the middle, and Louis doesn't strike it well. It's another goal kick. As Louis and Judy once again try and combine. There has been space at times down the far side, and that's just a miss-hit from Louis. Into the middle, Fleming. Marie-Yasmine Alidou plays to Saint-Georges. Sonis looking for Alidou. Dumornay from left, right, middle, and now back on the near side defending. Able to take it away from Alidou. Played back to Limage. Into the middle, Bien-Aimé. Once again, organizing itself. Louis Saint receives a return pass. Played back to Louis. Tina Louis. Almost runs out of room. Does continue on, and Saint-Georges does well to push that over the touchline. Goes for a Haiti throw. Dumornay again, facing two Canadian defenders. Looks for an opening. Played back to Constant. Limage. Played forward, and Pierre-Louis does well to win the ball back. Opportunity for Judy. Play in for Ashia Louis. There's too many Canadians there. Well, Canada does have to be careful. Pressure comes Louis Saint. Finally, Sheridan find the right move with Zadorsky. Very good with the ball at her feet. Kaylin Sheridan. Fleming plays wide. Here's Adriana Leon. Ball back into Jessie Fleming. This could be dangerous for Canada. Right to the top of the penalty area and hammered over top of the crossbar. Both Sonis and Alidou had a good look at this ball. As once again the Canadians exposing Haiti. And it's Sonis looking for her first since 2022, as I mentioned earlier. Comes very close there. Instrumental in the first 2 goals for Canada. Janine Sonis. Picking up her 18th and 19th assists for country. Ball sent forward. Took a little bit too far for Louis. Reached the 4 minutes, but there will be a Haiti free kick before the end of this first half as Canada gets caught on a rare moment of uncertainty in the build-up. Eloy taken down. Plays for Nantes in the French top flight. This will certainly be an opportunity for Haiti to claw a goal back just before the break. 3 defenders prepares itself as Sheridan looks on. Dumornay, right boot, dangerous one, right in the penalty area and sent over top. Eloy Santu drew the free kick. Will be kicking herself as it could very easily be 2-1. This ball very much there for the taking and off of the top netting. A massive warning shot towards Canada. And the Desiree Scott farewell game. But it is 2-0 for the Canadians after 45 minutes in the books in Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's a brace, a first half brace for Adriana Leon, to give the home fans something to cheer about. Halftime is next here on One Soccer.
Allstate and its 900 agents proudly support Canadian soccer at every level. Visit allstate.ca. Allstate and its 900 agents proudly support Canadian soccer at every level. Visit allstate.ca.
45 minutes in the books, 45 minutes to go on the Desiree Scott farewell match. 188 caps for country as of today, wearing the captain's armband and celebrating a fantastic career. 2-0 for Canada after that 45 minutes. Saw the Canadians get off to a great start. A first half brace from Adriana Leon, but the rest of the first half certainly had some moments of uncertainty with Haiti starting to press. There is one change for Canada at halftime. 22-year-old Jade Rose expected to turn pro this year. Lots of attention towards her. She will come on for Bianca St. George, who plays 45 minutes as a starter, her first start since 2022. And Jessica had a pretty good opportunity.
Yeah, I think that, Jade Rose coming into the match is big for this Canadian side. She's somebody that we're typically used to seeing start. She's a player that has stepped into this role so seamlessly. She's young, but she doesn't play like she is. She has this confidence about her and this aura when she's on the ball. Very confident going forward. Very good defensively as well. But I think, about St. George, as you're saying, Matt, I think that we spoke about the importance of that first 45 for her and how she had to step up. Did she step up? Is this a change just to give her some rest? Were they not impressed? You know, there's so many questions surrounding it, but I think that overall she put the work in. She did get forward, but I don't necessarily think that she solidified that spot in that first 45 with that performance.
Looks like just the one change at halftime, bringing in Rose, a three-time Canada Soccer Young Player of the Year. 29 caps for country now as of today. It's a heavy collision, but play allowed to continue. Here's Fleming. Fleming is also taken down, and now the free kick will be given. As Deborah Bien-Aimé shoulders Fleming onto the turf. But right now the situation is the earlier build-up, as that's Alidou going down.
Just a lot of late tackles that you're seeing from this Haitian side coming in to attempt to win that ball, but just the delay in the timing is causing some fouls for Canada.
Diana Pierre-Louis, the Haitian player in question. Looks like everybody's back up though, so we'll proceed with the free kick. An early opportunity for Canada to move ahead from this 2-0 advantage, which you described as a bit of a thorny one at times, as Haiti certainly had a great opportunity at the end of the first half. Perhaps Canada fortunate that it's still this 2-0 scoreline. Sonis over the ball, same with Jessie Fleming.
This is a great opportunity for them. I think both these players, whether it's Fleming or Sonis, they're able to strike on goal from here.
Sonis' right boot, it's a good one, and it's into the arms of Kaina Cesar-Petras. A couple of good opportunities today for Janine Sonis.
Not enough behind that to really cause any problems for the goalkeeper, but you do see her trying to curve that ball into that far right corner, potentially creating a rebound for her players crashing the box or getting that right on frame, but just not enough power behind that to create anything dangerous.
Desiree Scott plays back to Zadorsky. Sheridan, great with the ball at her feet, and good delivery out to the wide side. And taken by Sonis. Alidou shifts wide. Rose is there. And that glances off the top of the bar. Jade Rose. And the ball played back in. Ball is there for the taking for Haidema. And Haidema unable to put a boot properly to that ball, as it is out the back for a goal kick.
It's a great ball in by Carl. She finds Haidema, who's in between two players, but is able to bring it down. Just not able to wrap her foot around that ball and really get a dangerous opportunity out of it.
I had to double check my match sheet there with seeing Jade Rose out on the wing. Ball played back in. Here's Alidou. Great chance at goal, and it's missed. Just wide for Marie-Yasmine Alidou, as Canada goes back-to-back with quality opportunities in the Haiti penalty area.
I think this is one thing that Alidou really brings. She ignites this attack for them. She does so well to be able to find those channels and get in between those half spaces to receive the ball, turn forward and create something out of it.
Taken by Pierre-Louis, a long ball forward, and just out of the reach of Shirley Judy. Desiree Scott will take over. Started 5 of Canada's 6 matches at the Golden Olympic Games back in 2021. Good ball forward. Alidou again, and a crunching tackle that comes in from Claire Costin.
Alidou continues to do a good job at breaking that line and causing problems for this Haitian back line. She's a very difficult player to deal with. She has a bit of pace to her. She's also very brave and not afraid to try it from distance, but when she is in and around that 18, she is causing problems.
Third corner kick of the match. Once again, it's Sonis. 7 starts in 10 matches this year, playing for Louisville in the NWSL. Ball played wide. It's a great ball, and it's in. Zadorsky off of the set piece, and Canada now has its 3-0 lead.
It's always so exciting when you see a center back really coming alive in that 18 off of set pieces. We've seen for this team, specifically Zadorsky, Buchanan, Gilles, so great in the air, being able to create opportunities and get goals for them. But this is a great delivery in. Zadorsky makes no mistake here and just redirects that back towards goal, but great ball in by Sonis as well. Perfectly weighted and a great redirection.
How about the volley from Zadorsky? Beats the keeper for her 7th career international goal and first since February the 28th of last year. So just like in the first half, Canada strikes early in the second half. Just 5 minutes in, and it's a well-deserved 3-0 lead, particularly how the way things have gone here in the second half. It's been mainly one-way traffic. Taken back by Limage. Haitian center back plays to Dumornay and has time and space. Threatens the Canadians, and there is a ball in the back of the net. Immediate response from Haiti as Pachiba Louis capitalizes, and it's now all of a sudden 3-1.
We spoke about this Haitian side being very capable. They're not somebody that is going to give up. Dumornay doing so great here, going at Canada's back line and doing a nice little slip ball here, finding that cut back. And they make no mistake to put that in the back of the net.
And Louis took a couple of touches to put it in the back of the goal. But the Fleury FC attacker in the top flight French league, not even 2 minutes later, has Haiti back within one. And that is the danger that this team presents. That goal from Zadorsky turning out to be a big one. Canada will send forward thanks to Scott. Sonis makes a move, taken down, and free kick will be given just outside of the penalty area. That's Katina Louis on the foul.
Physicality surely hasn't dropped. This is a late tackle. There's no ball there. It's a great call by the referee. But also, Matt, just to go back to that goal, I think we spoke about the defensive responsibilities as well for this Canadian team, and I think that was a little too easy for them, a little lackadaisical in regards to defending inside that 18. Too easy for Haiti to be able to find that cutback and not only get the ball to feet at the top of the 6, but also get the rebound and win that rebound when there are Canadian defensive players right there.
Sonis over top of this free kick again. Has a triplet of assists today and perhaps looking for a 4th. Headed away. Another ball directed towards goal, and on the deflection it's taken by Zadorsky. No time and space with Zadorsky as Bien-Aimé comes in. And the foul is given as Zadorsky just a little bit too aggressive there.
Yeah, you don't mind this. I mean, it's far up the pitch. There's not much danger there. I think she was trying to avoid a transitional moment, having all their players forward, so you don't mind it. But the physicality is going to continue to grow in this game. I think that the Haitian side is not going to back down in that regard, so Canada's just starting the match.
We saw the pace that the reigning women's CONCACAF Player of the Year, Melchie Desmornay, can bring to the table. Instrumental in setting up the goal by Louis. Now she'll have to do some defending as Leon plays into the middle. Sonis again, no room to shoot, but Alidou has room, and Alidou plays back into the middle, touch towards goal, and Haidema is denied by Petrus.
It's a great ball through by Sonis. Alidou once again being on that front foot, being on the front line, breaking lines and getting good delivery in. Haidema needs to do better here. She wasn't able to stay on her feet, but I think she just needs to be able to get that at least on goal, not allow the goalkeeper to come out and win that so easily.
Also had all sorts of room to put that ball in the back of the net herself, but opted to pass. So 10 minutes into the second half, Senyò And Manchester United midfielder will come in, and Desiree Scott will hand off the captain's armband, and she will get her big moment in her final appearance for Canada. What a career. Final farewells as a member of the national team after 188 appearances over 14 years. 4 Les Rouges, 3 Olympic medals, including Olympic gold in 2021. One of 3 Canadian women with those 3 Olympic medals. What a career, and what a way to send her off as well.
Yeah, the standing ovation, the players hugging. You can see just how much and what kind of impact she has made on this country, on Canadian soccer, on female soccer as a whole. And I think, you know, she's been a role model to so many of these ladies that she's playing alongside right now. Just a great way to see her off, and I'm glad that we're a part of this, Matt. I'm glad we got to see this off.
Partisan history today. Ball sent in and taken by Petrus, going from a CIS or a U Sports All-Star back in 2009 as a member of the University of Manitoba Bisons. A long club career as well. A good stint of it playing in Kansas City. Talked about the international achievements, the World Cups, and inspiring that next generation. Right now, Canada locked in a 3-1 affair. That's very close to being 3-2. As Edouard Hassan, who just missed that opportunity at the end of the first half, they're on the back post, causing the Canadians some trouble here.
Yeah, here's another look at it. This is a great ball across. She's able to get there before Rose, but just not able to connect with it to get it on frame. Also, Senyò being a player that I think, you know, before Stoney came into charge, we were seeing her on the pitch making a difference, and then she was dealing with some injuries. So this is actually the first time we're seeing her since Stoney has been in charge. She's a player that is very good in the midfield. She creates a lot for this Canadian side. She's good defensively. She holds her shape. She's also very good offensively. So I think this is an exciting switch up as well.
Look out, here's Dumornay running right at the Canadians, but it was a great tackle from her Lyon teammate, Vanessa Gilles. How many times has she seen Dumornay running right at her in training?
I'm sure it's scary, no matter if it's training or in this matchup, but she does so well, deals with it like the true professional that she is. She's a very good 1v1 defender. She doesn't give her any time or space and gets that ball out of danger.
Well, they won't be teammates any longer because Gilles will be heading to Bavaria to play for Bayern Munich the start of next season, so maybe they'll face off in the Champions League. Basically a certainty with the statue of both those clubs. Reminder, tomorrow, a big day in Canadian soccer. It's a big weekend, really. We'll get to that in just a moment. It's sent up and over top as the Vancouver Whitecaps will look for the CONCACAF crown as the Champions Cup winners. Big match tomorrow. You can catch it right here on One Soccer. What a run it's been for Jesper Sorensen's Whitecaps. They take on Cruz Azul at 9 p.m. Eastern time in Mexico City. A miscue as Haidema has to go collect the ball and then taken down by Jennifer Limage. So at the hour mark, a free kick on the way. Haidema has had some chances here.
Yeah, I wasn't able to quite stay on side there, it looks like. There was a great combination play between her and Leon. I thought that she was going to be able to get down that flank and get an opportunity. You saw Leon going into the middle of the park, full steam ahead, so I thought that there would be something from that, but she just has to be more aware of that back line when making those runs and the timing of the run.
Oh, I got ahead of myself, Jess. Thankfully, you're here with me. Flag did go up on the offside, of course.
I got you, Matt.
Appreciate that. Wouldn't be the first time or the last. Haiti looks like a substitution is in the works. Some activity along the touchline. Did not make a change at halftime. As Gabriel Carl looks into the penalty area. Leon lays back. Alidou was close and eventually sent away by the Haitian back line. Carl again with the one touch. This time the foul will be whistled as Alidou went down after the tackle from Judy.
See the disagreement in her face.
Surely Judy not a fan. And here comes the first Haiti sub of the day. Rookie ball set to come in as Brianna Pierre-Louis comes off. 62nd minute. Moreau, one of 5 players to play for Marseille, recently crowned champions of the 2nd division in France, so will be promoted to the Premier League, top flight. Lens also will be moving up. A couple of players on Haiti also playing in northern France. Ball headed back and the corner kick conceded there by Constant.
I would have loved to see that ball be dropped in just a little deeper, more so right at the edge of the 6 for all the runners that would be crashing. But this is best case scenario. It doesn't come off the first time. Now you get corner kicks out of it. So this is another opportunity for them to be able to capitalize, make this 4-1 potentially.
Second corner kick of the second half and 4th total. As Canada prepares its attack in the 63rd minute. Ball struck again, back post. Gilles is there, headed back into the penalty area, and Haiti does well to defend that and stave off another Canada threat. And Saint has the ball go off of a Canadian and into the technical area, so a Haiti throw on the way.
Alidou doing well to avoid that transitional moment. You saw Gilles, she was on her horse as well, ready for that double team if it was needed.
All going Canada's way now after that latest exchange. Julia Grosso and Olivia Smith look like they're preparing to enter the match. We'll get to that in just a moment. Alidou's pass taken in the middle by Bien-Aimé. Saint looks forward. There's another foul as the Haiti goal scorer Louis is taken down on another tackle from Zadorsky, who's had a couple of those today. By the way, the Haiti goal that was scored back in the 52nd minute, the first one that got past Sheridan with the national team in 580 minutes.
That's a pretty crazy stat.
Long stretch. But Haiti did strike very quickly after the 3-0 goal from Zadorsky. And with 25 minutes to go, they will without doubt present a few more challenges. Saint Plays back and taken by the substitute Morrill. Sheridan will face that pressure. Rougeau. Good ball ahead. Alidou muscled off by Dumornay. The referee allows play to continue as Marie-Yasmin Alidou looks for some answers. So it comes back down to Bachida Louis. Louis again, ball into the penalty area, and that's where Haiti's at its best in these fast-breaking scenarios, and that was right across the goal mouth.
Yeah, they continue to show us that they are a side that is not afraid to take those opportunities and run down the flank, get the balls in the box. They're very hungry. They didn't have enough runners in the box there to be able to capitalize on that. But just to go back to how that started, I want to point out how Rougeau was able to evade that pressure. She did really well to use her body, use her touch to her advantage as well, taking it into space, and was able to find Alidou's feet, who was depossessed by Dumornay, who had a very good defensive effort coming back, a very physical play that led to the transitional moment. But I do think, yes, Canada has to definitely be aware of those transitional moments still in this second half.
Rose looks to play into the penalty area. Far off there by Katina Louis. Back in the middle for Dumornay. Gilles counters back. Haidema will save the ball. An awkward exchange there as Haidema crashes into the backstop. And Katina Louis looks to be shaken up as well.
Another look at it. Looks like she might have just come across her back a bit and lost her footing as they collided. Haidema has seen the floor quite a bit today.
89th career appearance for Canada for Jordan Haidema. Had a birthday on May 8th, relatively recently. So the 24-year-old Haidema will chase after this ball as Image sends it ahead. Gilles and Zadorsky. Eloy-Saint watches this ball played back to Sheridan. Gilles and Zadorsky look to organize Canada. Certainly no shortage of opportunity in this match. Canada 16 shots, 6 on target. Haiti 11 shots, 2 on target.
And there's a lot to take away from that. I think, we want this Canadian side to play more attacking football. That's what Casey Stoney has mentioned wanting to see from them, and we're seeing it. We're seeing glimpses of it. Their front-footedness, their combination play, the aggressiveness from their front three to get shots off, as well as from players like Alidou, who are really active in there and breaking the lines. Jessie Fleming, we're seeing Senyò Rougeau now as well getting involved in the attack. The fullbacks getting forward. There's a lot of great stuff that's coming out of this Canadian side today.
More physical play as Adriana Leon was body checked off the ball, and once again Dumornay leads the attack in transition. Eloy-Saint, ball taken off her boots and back to Sheridan. It's been a couple now of some rough and tough exchanges. First Alidou and then Leon sent flying by a Haitian defender.
And that's something that Canada has to be aware of, in the sense of not allowing it to throw them off, not getting caught up in that. That's where they're going to thrive. The Haitians are going to thrive in that physicality and that hecticness, like you mentioned earlier, Matt. They love to play in the chaoticness and make things happen in those transitional moments. So it's just a matter of keeping your cool, playing your game, and really controlling the dynamic and not being broken up as we're seeing here.
Once again, Haiti trying to attack, although surely Judy was bothered there by Carl, who read that play well. Now in the 70th minute, double substitution comes for Natalie Henderson, bringing on Julia Grosso. Alidou very much involved for Canada. A couple of great opportunities, and Adriana Leon, her 9th career brace for country. Goals 43 and 44. Will turn it over to Olivia Smith, who was nominated amongst the tremendous talents of the Women's Super League Player of the Year in England.
She's a really exciting player for Canada. I'm thrilled to see that she's back out there and healthy and able to contribute to this team, because we do know that she's a player that has grown so much. I think a few years ago we were having the conversation of, is she ready? And I think that she's responded and showed us that she absolutely is. She brings something that I don't necessarily think any other strikers on this team have. So I think that she is a bright spot for this team and just shows the potential of what the future of Canada holds.
Well, let's take a look at how we got to this point. This is the all-save save of the match. Kaina Cesar-Petras right in front on Haidema, who had to reach back to try and bring that ball forward. That is the all-state save of the match, as Haidema very much involved. 20 minutes to go, so another hydration break here. I mentioned Olivia Smith, 9 goals across all competitions this year, playing for Liverpool. Certainly turned a few heads. While we have the hydration break, let's take a look at the Walmart delivery of the match. And great ball across from Janine Sones, and it's smashed into the back of the net by Adriana Leon. Made it 1-0 in the 7th minute. That is the Walmart delivery of the match, and a heck of a delivery it was.
Yeah, she's been great in this match. She's been instrumental for them when it comes to putting good delivery in the box, and we spoke about it in the first half, Matt, but that's something that we haven't seen from her on a consistent basis this year, and really post-injury. So it's great to see her finding her footing and recognizing when the early cross is on, or putting that in that great delivery to find and pick players out, as we've seen on both Adriana Leon's goals.
So afternoon is done for Marie-Yasmin Alidou and Adriana Leon. Julia Grosso comes in for her 73rd appearance for country. 24-year-old playing with the Chicago Stars in the NWSL this year. And Olivia Smith, cap number 17 today for the 20-year-old. Already has 6 goal contributions, 3 goals and 3 assists. A very bright young talent, not just for Canada, but for women's football. Speaking of attackers, another change is potentially on the way. As AS Roma striker Eveline Viens is up. Also didn't play in the last window, has had difficulty staying healthy this year. Serie A Italian Golden Boot winner last year. Looks to see some minutes here. Ball attempted from Carl towards Julia Grosso. And Grosso is fresh and exchanging with Limage. Canada wins the ball back, and it's Olivia Smith looking for a return feed. Bien made as well to get in front of that, and trying to take him back by Louis and play forward. Bettina Louis leads the rush. Ball played back to Bachita Louis. Ball into the penalty area again. Bachita Louis, first attempt blocked. Second attempt for the Haitian goal score. That is thwarted by Carl. Continues to have a strong afternoon. Here comes the substitution. Another quick one. It's Eveline Viens from L'Ancienne Lorette in Quebec. Coming for Jessie Fleming, who puts in 73 minutes of work. So Fleming coming off, but Haiti also did make a substitution involving a number 17. And now Jessie Fleming will leave the match after an initial bit of confusion. Chelsea Daumont, Haiti's number 17, did come in for Sheila Judy. Sonis will help to fend off Daumont. Rougeau to Grosso. Sonis on the near side.
It looks like we are seeing Haidema drop into more of that 10 role. It was mentioned in our media call that she has been there in club, being able to really pick up her game and how she's been able to come off the front and working back to goal.
Jade Rose will put a good cross in, and Sonis full speed, just unable to put a head to it. Grosso, though, will follow up. Great step from Julia Grosso. Ball into the penalty area, and Haidema goes down. Will be a corner kick for Canada.
This is another look at it. Grosso doing well to try to find Haidema. It looks like she got a little caught up there, a bit of a shove from behind, and wasn't able to get anything off of it. But she did end up winning a corner kick, which again is a great opportunity for them to be able to capitalize on.
Fifth corner kick of the match. On the way from Sonis. Near post for Jade Rose. Will be taking exams at Harvard over the next couple of weeks. Not everybody can say that. 4-year career in the NCAA for Jade Rose at Harvard University. "17 attempts at goal, 6 on target, 3 goals today for Canada. On a hot, smoky day in Winnipeg. Yame as well to evade Grosso. Ball forward to Dumont, the substitute. Carl right there. Dumont across. And once again, maybe just missing that support in the penalty area. Limage will play forward to Dumornay. That ball from Katina Louis out of the reach. Under a big day for Canadian soccer. Today, Forge FC and Cavalry FC, the forever rivals in the Canadian Premier League, will do battle. CBL on TSN, also available on One Soccer, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 3 p.m. Mountain for those watching in Alberta. Rematch of last year's final. Great matches over the years from those two clubs. Coming your way in a little over an hour. In the 78th minute in Winnipeg. Canada right now doing some defending as Amandine Pierre-Louis plays back to Limage. Limage is able to avoid Evelyn Vian, but not for long because Sonis, ball forward, looking for Smith, and a header towards goal. It's just a little bit too heavy from Olivia Smith, who would have been home free on the keeper.
We were talking about the quality of Sonis's deliveries, the recognition to play that early ball to a very hungry Smith running forward at full pace. She just wasn't able to bring that down with her head. It redirected a little too harshly and got away from her. But Olivia Smith is definitely a player that you want to feed when she has time and space to be able to run at that back line and run straight to goal, because we do know that she can deliver.
Is named Liverpool's Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, as well as the top scorer. And had a great opportunity for another Canada goal. One of the nation's bright young stars. Played it in from Pierre-Louis. Once again, Canada hungry to the ball. Haidema is taken down. The referee, though, not interested in that, and that allows Biamé to steam back the other way and engaging the counter with Araujo. So one encounter not whistled, and Araujo is forced to now do some more defending as there's a Haiti free kick coming up. Do you like the one and not the other?
I mean, I think that this is where Canada needs to try to hold their cool and keep it, because I think these are the moments that are frustrating when you're getting a tackle like that on Haidema. She's not getting the call go her way, and you sort of have to just put your body on the line there, as Awujo was. She didn't want them to get a strike off in those transitional moments. But a bit frustrating when the first one's not called and the second one is.
Dumornay on top of this ball. Right boot, chipped up and over, directed towards goal. And it's a one-hopper off of the head of Christina Louis. Is in some discomfort. Kaylin Sheridan helping with some of the stretching here on the hot day.
Just another look at it. Awujo doing well to recover. It looks like it might just be a cramp, hamstring cramp.
Well, the medical staff will be called on. Louis continues to experience some discomfort here. Perhaps without a surprise, our Gatorade performance of the match goes to Janine Sonis, who's been everywhere on the pitch today. Not one, not two, but 3 assists in on all 3 Canada goals.
Yeah, I think that's huge for her. Again, we've been looking for that consistency from her. She's a player that's so capable. She's proven that over many years playing for Canada. But here's another look at everything that she's really contributed to today. That first goal with Leon, great delivery, finds her. Another pass here to Leon. She takes her space and comes across the face of the goal centrally to be able to find her. And then a great delivery here off of a set piece to perfectly find Zadorsky, who makes no mistake to put it in the back of the net. So far, we've seen a great performance from her, and even not on the goals, but just even the opportunity with Smith finding and seeing that recognition, recognizing it to be able to play it in behind for her, who's bombing forward. Great performance for her today.
Well worthy of the Gatorade performance of the match. 36 goals for country, and now 20 assists. And that 20 assists, that puts her in front of Ashley Lawrence, who is not available for this window for Canada. 20 assist ties Melissa Tancredi, who played for the national team from 2004 to 2017. So Tancredi and now Sonis tied for 5th all-time in Canadian national team assists. Emily Sinclair, Diana Matheson, Sophie Schmidt, and Leanne Wilkinson are in front. Here's Smith. Great footwork. Olivia Smith, ball is in, and she wins a corner kick. And it's putting the Haitian defenders on the back foot.
This is just a glimpse of what she's capable of. You see her pull out the moves and try to, an attempt to get that ball back into the box. It's deflected out, but they do win a corner kick. But that's just a glimpse of what she's capable of, going at people 1v1, driving end line, getting the ball across.
Claire Constant, defender in question here. Had the ball driven past her. Bringing another stoppage in play. Looks like Haiti set to bring in Tabitha Joseph as well. Looking at the Canada composition for this window. 10 NWSL players, 4 Women's Super League players in Britain, 2 Serie A, 2 NCAA, and 4 Northern Super League players as well, including Desiree Scott, who's the captain for the Ottawa Rapid.
I think it's great that we're seeing new faces be brought into the mix. They're at a point right now where, you want to be able to bring those new faces while still keeping the core and building the cohesiveness as you head into a year of competition and World Cup. So I think that this is great to see, but to your point, the NSL, Matt, you're seeing players like a Latifa Abdu, who have been performing really well for the Montreal Roses in the NSL, and Emma Regan, who's for AFC Toronto, both those players making such a big impact, as well as Holly Ward. We've seen her get a cap just in the last friendlies that Canada played in, but she's been somebody that's been lighting up the league on that left flank. So it's great to see that the league is translating into people getting these national team call-ups. It just proves the quality of it and how exciting of an opportunity it is that this is all our current reality.
The landscape is shifting very quickly, particularly on the national team front. Mentioned Emma Regan hasn't had her name called today, but she has started 4 of the past 5 matches she's appeared in for Canada. I have to think that she will be in the mix for the second match of this mini-series in Montreal on Tuesday.
She's somebody that has definitely stepped up. We've seen her in that more traditional 6 role where she's able to be calm, cool, collected like she usually is on the ball, but also start a lot of the attack. I think that, excuse me, I think that she is somebody that is great defensively as well. She's not afraid to put her body on the line. She's giving 100% of the time. So she's an exciting player to watch, and I'm glad that she's been brought back into this mix and is getting the time to showcase herself.
Double substitution coming from Haiti as Constant, the central defender, after that injury concern, will head off. Jasmine Villegrain and Tabitha Joseph, both playing in the French 2nd division, will come in. Perez making sure that everyone is clear in the penalty area, as now the delivery from Sonis is up, back post. Both Zadorsky and Gilles, arguably the 1-2 punch for Canada, and set pieces both lurking nearby. So there will be some stoppage time after it's been a bit of a started stop affair here in the second half. Two teams trading goals. Zadorsky in the 50th minute, and Bachiba Louis in the 52nd minute. And perhaps not done. Ball from Olivia Smith, just behind her intended target. Dumornay taken down, and a free kick to Haiti. At that time, Gabrielle Carl making sure that there's going to be no more fast break attempts going the other way. What do you make of Canada's second half here?
I think that for both halves, they've come out on the front foot. You can see that they're hungry and they're attempting to play with that fluidity in the attack. I think that there are still moments we're seeing them get caught in transition. They're not taking care of the ball quite well enough. We know that they're very capable. They're a capable team of creating that rhythm and really controlling the dynamic of the game, but we saw it for glimpses. But there are still moments where it's a little too easy like this. Haiti's able to break them down, and just by running at players or not having great marking inside the box.
Ramon, the substitute, plays back to Bien-Aimé for an opportunity to pull the trigger. Dumornay also around there. But no shot. Instead, Haiti will look for its next opportunity. Pierre Saint-Louis plays back. The substitute that recently came in is able to fend off a pair of Canadians. Right back to Petrus. Close to the wide side. Eloïsa has the ball taken off her boot, and now Grossa will try and move forward. Does exactly that. Sonis plays back to Jordan Haidema. No time and no space, and Haiti is onto the ball again. They will play back. Eloïsa. Now moving to the 90th minute. Given away by the keeper. Sonis plays back to Haidema. Haidema looks to Smith in the penalty area. Olivia Smith, there's the boot, and Limage did well to cut that down. As it's Canada's turn to provoke a little chaos.
feel we can see Jordan Huitema thinking a little too hard every time she gets on the ball. It looks like she's sort of second-guessing what she knows she's capable of and being able to make the decision. Would just love to see her come out with that confidence. We saw a bit of it in the first half, but...
Take a look at our VW moment of the match. And it is Desiree Scott saying goodbye to the Canadian women's national team for the final time in her legendary career. 188 appearances, fourth most all time. That is our VW moment of the match. And yes, there is another Canadian match coming up early next week, but today is the final appearance for Desiree Scott. She will not be in the picture for the match in Montreal. So 5 minutes of stoppage time. Awujo, Sonis in the penalty area. Sonis strikes and Limage blocks again. Second opportunity for Sonis. Smith a header, and it's a powerful one into the back of the net. And Olivia Smith, the bright young rising star for Canada, makes it 4-1. From one generation to the next. Desiree Scott loves it, and these Canadian fans do as well. Turned heads all across the footballing world this year. Olivia Smith is able to take this ball from Sonis. It'll be her fourth assist of the match. And this time, no mistake from Olivia Smith, who has now 4 goals for country. Came on in the 70th minute. So a 91st minute goal will put this one out of reach if it wasn't so already. Now 21 career assists for Janine Sonis. That puts her in sole possession of 4th most all-time, passing both Ashley Lawrence and Melissa Tancredi with the effort today. Canada might not be done. Here's Grosso running hard. Ball into the middle for Huitema, and the touch is too heavy. Played back. Russo takes a look around. Yes, she has won the free kick. 2 goals in the first half, 2 in the second, have paced the Canadians to this 4-1 scoreline. So Petrus and the Haitians not quite finished with the defending, at least not yet. Adriana Leon next to Desiree Scott there. Big game for Leon. Goals 2 minutes apart to really set the tone. Haiti have had some moments, and that will certainly alert the Canadians for the match in Montreal on Tuesday. Match you can catch right here on One Soccer. Olivia Smith, powerful right boot, lets it go, and that one very close. Very close to being a heck of a goal for Olivia Smith as it grazes the top netting. And the keeper barely even moves an inch. And that's the kind of dynamic play that Olivia Smith brings. Fourth appearance of the year for Smith for Canada. And now has her first goal, and onto the ball again. Great pace from Olivia Smith. Past one defender. Ball into the middle, though, looking for Huitema. That's intercepted and taken back by Louis. Louis runs into a pair of Canadians. And it will be a Haiti throw as we move into the 5th minute of stoppage time. Thank you, Desiree chants ring across Princess Auto Stadium in Winnipeg. As we approach the final whistle. And it's a big smile for the longtime Canadian international. Limage plays forward. Taken briefly by the Canadians. Tabitha Joseph will push the ball right on top of the penalty area. And Eloise Sant will drive one right on goal. And it's into the arms of Kaylin Sheridan. And that is full time from Winnipeg. A momentous occasion. And a send-off for Desiree Scott in the form of a 4-1 victory over Haiti. And it's a big thank you and a big goodbye for Desiree Scott in her final appearance for Canada. 4-1 the final score. Andy Petrillo, Jess Lisi, and Amy Walsh. The postgame next.
Canadians with the victory here today. Big story, of course. The camera stays on her. Desiree Scott. This was the farewell game for her. 14-year national team career, 2 bronze medals at the Olympics, including an Olympic gold as well in Tokyo. What a great game for her as we welcome you back inside our One Soccer studio. Andy Petrillo, Jessica Lisi, Amy Walsh as well joining us. I never know how players feel, Amy. I'll just start with you. When you know it's the send-off game, you're saying goodbye. Obviously, your adrenaline's running, but maybe afterwards, when it's all said and done, there's the finality to it, right? Like we are officially on the national stage saying goodbye to Desi.
And it's the coming down from it as well, and maybe reconciling all of those feelings and all of those emotions. But I think today lived up to the billing, because there was no tokenism, I don't think, in giving Desi Scott her flowers today and giving her a proper send-off, giving her a farewell. Earlier, I said in over a decade, she played for the national team for 17 years, and she was an impactful player, as an impactful player there has been in the program's history. So today, she not only gets the start and wears the armband, but plays to a standard that I don't think we've seen. She was plagued by injury in the latter stages of her career. It affected her at her club as well. She's come back with renewed vigor and force and quality with Ottawa Rapid FC in the Northern Super League, and today brought, I think, the best out of her in terms of a performance. She compacts the midfield unlike anybody I think I've ever seen, bringing the best out of those two in with her, and Mimi Alidou and Jessie Fleming. And so for her to get clapped off, and then also for everything that she means to this team and to this program off the pitch, I think it was the perfect way to say goodbye to Desi Scott.
Yeah, and I mean, by no means, and you mentioned it as well, and we've said this, she does play in the NSL, plays with Ottawa, so we're not saying goodbye to her just yet in its totality, just with the national team. And I do love it. Obviously, we know the tradition. They come on off before the game ends because they can get the proper salute from the fans.
And you could see the respect. You could see the respect from the fans. You could see the respect and the admiration from her teammates, which is huge. And I think that just showcases who she is as a player and a person. I've never had the pleasure of playing alongside her, but she's definitely somebody that I've looked up to in my career, and just what she brings to the pitch. And everyone that I know that has played alongside her has always said great things. She's a great soul. You can sort of feel the aura when she is out on the pitch, and even when she's off of it, just how much everyone loves her and the happiness that she radiates.
She did admit that she can be a little bit of a diva when it comes to that pink headband, and she did admit that one time she forgot it at the hotel, had a meltdown, said, I can't go out on the pitch without it. That is what I put on to, become the destroyer. So she sent people back to the hotel to get it. She goes, but I swear that was the only time I was ever a diva of any kind, and said, I just need that pink headband because I can't play without it. But talking about Desiree Scott, Amy, you can't help but talk about the lack of goals, but she has this smile on her face. She got her first ever professional goal with Ottawa. Everyone was cheering for her. We were always waiting with bated breath to see if she could get it with the national team. But that's just it, right? Despite not getting that, she gave it her all. She always left it out on the pitch, even though that kind of offensive glory never came her way.
In a way, Andy, there's nothing that could be more fitting than to have amassed, you know, this pedigree, this history, this resume of a career, to have that goose egg. It's not something that should be mentioned because she's Desi the Destroyer, because she epitomized everything you want to be as a defensive midfielder. When she was at the top of her game, she was one of the best defensive midfielders in the world game. And I love that you brought up that pink headband, because to me it's the perfect juxtaposition between the bubbly, effervescent, universally beloved player on and off the pitch, and then the warrior that she was, who delivered the crunching, timely tackles, the instruction, the barking, the commanding presence, or the little word for teammates on the pitch. Like, it just sums her up to a T, and I think today did that as well.
Well, she's speaking to her teammates right now. I wish we had a microphone in that huddle at this moment, but this is her the final words to her teammates, right? Let's see if anyone's good at lip reading here, but I can only imagine it's something that's now you can read my lips. Something obviously very inspirational that's